You know, that's propose of exhibition that was long time ago, year after our first fight, but I didn't agree. And then I want a real fight. So he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So there's no reason to mix excuses of that. So that's true.
He didn't sign a fight, but now I want an exhibition, then he's in the wrong. But I don't know. Pacquiao could be saying that, but what if Mayweather didn't sign something that said it was a fight? I hear it is, but
I heard he did sign it and did get an advancement.
Then if he signed that it was a fight, then it has to be a fight.
How surprising was it when you heard like Floyd say like, "Oh, you know, it's an exhibition"? Like, what was your like?
Yeah, I was shocked because this whole time I thought it was like a real fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess he doesn't want to, ruin that undefeated record. Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao said he does not want to put the record, if he's scared not to put the record on the line, a professional boxing match, not only should they have never executed these agreements. Oh, this is what Pacquiao manager said. If he's scared of Manny and does not want to put the record on the line in a professional boxing match, not only should he have never executed these agreements, but he should have just come right out and said because Manny ain't.
When Netflix announced they were bringing Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather back to the ring this September at the Las Vegas Sphere, fans expected a war. They expected the final chapter of a historic rivalry. But Floyd recently stepped in front of the cameras and completely flipped the narrative, claiming the bout is nothing more than an exhibition to just entertain the people. Instantly, the boxing community erupted.
I'm gonna ask you guys, can you duck at 50? Can you really? Is it really ducking at 50? If it is, it is. Let me know in the comments. But can you duck at 50 though? If it's like, I ain't got that kind of time, man. And when you listen to Manny Pacquiao talking about his game plan and how he's going to approach the rematch.
What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy compared to the last one.
I know it's something you've been wanting for a very long time. I know you felt that that first fight wasn't, the best of you, right?
Yes. This time, no excuse. No excuse.
That's crazy talk. Manny Pacquiao is one of those crazy ones, man. That's why he did stuff and accomplished things, 8 divisions and all that stuff that, it just can't happen anymore, right? Manny Pacquiao did that crazy, what Bud Crawford did last year, just the psycho Sam Langford shit, right? The Henry Armstrong shit, hit the Tyson Bell. That's Manny Pacquiao. I do think Floyd Mayweather, I think he's trying to wiggle out of it, or like Manny Pacquiao is saying here, that he's just trying to play mind games and hopefully Manny Pacquiao doesn't take the fight seriously.
What happens when someone signs a binding legal document but tells the entire world something completely different? The CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, Jazz Mathur, quickly stepped into the spotlight with some major revelations. He exposed the fact that a signed contract already exists, and it explicitly dictates a fully sanctioned professional bout. This is supposed to go on their official, permanent records.
So there's been a lot of confusion that's going on. I know that there's been some tweets that's been presented on our end. Yeah. And obviously there's quotes from you kind of saying that, hey, 1, this is not an exhibition, and 2, the fight is still on. So could we just start from kind of, I guess, both angles on the exhibition, true not, and is the fight still going on?
All right, so it's never been an exhibition. It was never an exhibition. It was never discussed as an exhibition. There were no talks of an exhibition. The contracts, not contract, contracts, multiple contracts signed on various different dates, okay, and we're always for a pro fight. So this is for a pro fight. It was always a pro fight. Floyd's been aware that it's been a pro fight from day one. He's been involved from his side with his management on the negotiations, on the economics, back end, front end, all of that stuff. So no chance ever that this was going to be an exhibition.
Pacquiao himself did not hold back, delivering an absolute ultimatum to the media. He made it crystal clear that he has zero interest in playing games, stating it is a real fight or nothing. The contrast is staggering. One side is holding a legally binding document demanding a professional war, while the other is trying to sell a glorified sparring match to the highest bidder.
Did you, Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
no exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight.
Yeah. Is Fear still in Las Vegas?
That's the contract that he signed. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
He has to remember that.
But it's still on? It's still happening?
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why,
Why wouldn't?
Why wouldn't?
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improved and better strategy compared to the last one.
I know it's something you've been wanting for a very long time. I know you felt that that first fight wasn't, the best of you, right?
Yeah. This time, no excuse.
Changing your mind is one thing, but it is an entirely different situation when you already have the money sitting in your bank account. Shocking reports have surfaced indicating that Floyd allegedly took a massive cash advance up front to secure this rematch. The major catch here is that this advance was explicitly tied to the exact terms of a professional fight. Taking millions of dollars for a sanctioned bout and then publicly declaring it an exhibition is a very dangerous game.
So go again?
Yeah, first off, Manny Pacquiao at Sphere. What part did being at the Sphere kind of play in you taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Right. And as far as that, what's it going to be like fighting him again, like 11 years later now?
It's just, I never really took any abuse, in the sport of boxing. Still extremely healthy, work out every day. And, I got an exhibition with Mike Tyson also, another exhibition in Greece. So if I'm just sitting at home and I'm just working out every day, spending time with my grandson and spending time with my children, I said, why not go out, have a little fun, entertain, and put on some exhibitions.
Legal experts and boxing analysts are already pointing out that this maneuver could easily be viewed as a severe breach of contract. It leaves everyone wondering how Mayweather thought he could walk away with the bag without fulfilling the exact obligations he agreed to in writing.
I can't believe what I am reading out of this Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight. Like, I knew that there had to be something up with Floyd coming back to fight Manny in a pro fight. That's how it was announced on Netflix. And I also know for a fact that Floyd is operating at a deficit right now. He is not making money, he is spending money or losing money. It's not going well for Floyd Mayweather's financials. And for all the examples we've seen, him suing Showtime for $300 million, him foreclosing on multiple properties, him losing on investments on multiple properties, him buying a lot of depreciating assets, and him all of a sudden looking to box very much in the year 2026. Floyd losing money Mayweather, as the chatter says, is in dire straits financially. Now again, is he got more money than me? Yeah, but he also spends a lot more money than me, which is why I thought him coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao, it made dollars, so sure, it makes sense. But for him to put his pro record on the line means this is really bad for Floyd. Well, turns out it could be as bad as we thought or potentially worse, because Floyd Mayweather came out, 5 days ago now. I'm a little bit late to this story, but I wanted to make sure I had all the information. He came out 5 days ago and said that this fight isn't a pro fight. Even though it's announced that way, Netflix, the whole thing, all the promotion being pro-fight, it has not apparently been that to Floyd Mayweather.
While one fighter is busy talking about putting on a fun little show, the other is currently locked away preparing for absolute destruction. Pacquiao is treating this September date with terrifying seriousness. His current training regimen is nothing short of brutal, pushing his body through an insane 30 to 36 rounds every single day. He is not preparing for a friendly dance under the lights. He is getting ready to finish a rivalry that has haunted him for 11 years.
Visual guy. You know what's crazy about him is his calves.
Yeah.
When you look
Massive.
at that, they're giant. They're like a thigh.
And I know the reason why, because in General Santos, the mountains that he runs and that steep hill, that's why they're so big, because he's always constantly running the mountains. And I was doing the mountain runs with him.
Yeah.
My calves started getting bigger and bigger. But I understand, why his calves are huge. But he's always bouncing. He's always moving around.
Yes.
Like, he'll bounce for like 20-something rounds. He'll do his pads and he's jumping up and down. And he really is an unbelievable person, unbelievable athlete, and a legend of the sport. I think as time progresses, people are really gonna appreciate his greatness.
Yeah, and coming back from defeats too. I mean, he's a guy that's had his downs.
Yeah.
He's had his ups and his downs, and he always smiling and always friendly to people. It's like he's so admirable. It just has a huge.
Preliminary details even point to them using 8-ounce gloves at a target weight of 147 pounds. Those are the exact specifications for a fast, violent, and highly competitive clash, proving Manny is coming for blood, not just a quick payday.
It hurts me more than you, man. 31 seconds. Time! You start. Woo!
That's a good massage. That's a deep tissue massage.
I like that. Married tattoos.
Social media is entirely convinced they know the real reason behind this sudden and massive change of heart. Across the internet, the boxing community is absolutely tearing into Mayweather, aggressively accusing him of ducking the real challenge. The overwhelming sentiment is that Floyd is terrified of risking his legendary perfect 50-0 record. At his age, stepping into the ring against a highly motivated, younger-looking Pacquiao is a massive gamble. Fans are refusing to buy the exhibition excuse, pointing out that Floyd knows a professional loss at this stage of his career would shatter his carefully crafted legacy. They believe he wants the incredible hype and the massive payout, but is absolutely paralyzed by the thought of waking up with a permanent blemish on his pristine record.
He's saying that the fight is an exhibition, meaning there's not going to necessarily be each exhibition you can put like certain rules, like a winner will be declared, but 9 times out of 10 there is no winner in an exhibition, right? But more importantly, an exhibition fight does not count for or against the fighter's record. So if what Floyd is saying is true, and he was the A side for the first fight, so he beat Pacquiao, I would imagine that he is the A side here, right? Because what's changed, right? So with that being said, the stakes are now lessened. We heard reports that Manny Pacquiao heard it was going to be an exhibition, but he pushed, I guess, for it to be a regulated standard fight that counts on each other's record. But for whatever reason, Floyd said no. And if you think about it,
behind the fleet of luxury cars and the diamond-encrusted watches, a very different reality might be unfolding in the shadows. Swirling rumors and disturbing reports regarding Mayweather's current financial strain have started bubbling to the surface. Whispers of high-profile legal battles, property foreclosures, and out-of-control spending habits are painting a picture of a man who might be operating at a heavy deficit.
Here, but Floyd Mayweather is the one that seems like he needs the money more right now. Our guy, Andreas Hale, wrote a story that is kind of went somewhat viral. That's crazy, the laugh faces. Although Floyd Mayweather Jr. made hundreds of millions of dollars from his professional boxing career and topped the Forbes list as the highest paid athlete from 2012 to 2014, the boxer is said to have been shortchanged and filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Showtime. The lawsuit filed Tuesday, and obtained by ESPN seeks to recover hundreds of millions of dollars misappropriated funds and damages resulting from a long-running and elaborate scheme of financial fraud, breaches in fiduciary duty, and conspiracy orchestrated by Floyd J. Mayweather's former manager and advisor, Al Heyman, with the knowing and substantial participation and aid of defendants Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza. Mayweather, who's 48, says he is owed at least $340 million and cites a complex web of hidden accounts, unauthorized transactions, and deliberate concealment of financial records as the reason he believes he's been defrauded from those funds. Heyman is not named as a defendant in the complaint, which is interesting because I misspoke and said he sued Al Heyman. He's essentially saying that Showtime and Al Heyman colluded to not pay him with Steven Espinoza, but then he doesn't name Heyman in the suit. Very odd. Anyway, it's a mess, and for those people that always thought that Floyd Mayweather had financial troubles because of the money he owed to the IRS, because of the terrible, terrible business and real estate investments that he's made, and apparently some of these have gone under, and he is owed back rent, or he is owing back rent, and he is delinquent on a lot of payments for a lot of different things right now. These things seem to have added up for Floyd, and now it's pretty apparent that not only is he doing these, bank robbery style exhibitions, but it looks like he absolutely needs to do it, which is very, very sad. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Floyd Mayweather as an individual outside of the ring, but I never want to see athletes have their money mismanaged or mismanage their own money so badly that they go broke in retirement, and it looks like that's kind of what's happening. And here's a snippet from Business Insider because it made me want to pay for the entire article. Business Insider is reporting that Floyd Mayweather could be facing money trouble, citing an estimated $54 million in debt, property foreclosures, multiple lawsuits piling up. Mayweather's attorney strongly denies he's any kind of financial distress, but the headlines aren't slowing down. $54 million alleged dollars in debt. So it makes sense why they would want to do this. And
this casts a very dark shadow over the entire situation. Some insiders are actively speculating that this exhibition pivot is just a desperate, calculated attempt to grab Netflix's massive cash pool without taking any real physical damage or professional risk. If he truly needs the money to fund his lavish lifestyle, pulling a stunt like this might seem like his only viable option right now.
All across social media, there are rumors and stories coming out about Floyd Mayweather, him auctioning off property, him being in bankruptcy, him being out of money, and that's why he's gonna fight Mike Tyson. Saw this incredible tweet where a guy listed all the things Floyd Mayweather wasted money on while living in Las Vegas, just living for the culture. That's what Floyd Mayweather is an example of. The stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt.
He's kicked to collect $200. What do you think? I could use a good ass kick, I'll be very honest with you.
This is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about. This whole, I'm doing it for the culture. What has doing it for the culture ever gotten anyone? Venereal disease?
I think it's a venereal disease.
Bunch of baby mamas?
Kevin Jr., Kevin, you are the bomb!
Criminal rap sheet? And this is why I say, don't be relatable, don't live for the culture. Rather than trying to be relatable, why not try to be helpful? That's what men are supposed to.
You can finesse a lot of people in the wild world of combat sports, but trying to play games with a multi-billion-dollar streaming empire is an entirely different level of risk. Netflix did not back this historic event for their 325 million global subscribers under the impression they were getting a light sparring session. They booked the Las Vegas Sphere expecting a legendary, officially sanctioned clash. Floyd's recent antics are actively creating a massive contractual nightmare for everyone involved. If he continues to undermine the promotion by calling it an exhibition, he could be facing a catastrophic lawsuit from both the streaming giant and Pacquiao's camp. You simply cannot toy with a corporate juggernaut that has this much money on the line.
Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. He's trying to scam Netflix, of all people. Floyd, we know, is a serial scammer at this point. With the cryptocurrencies, with the Logan Paul fight, knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine it while taking a cash advance. Essentially going, cool, I need that money now. Who cares about the fight? Do we even know, by the way, if him and Mike Tyson is still going on in April? Bank robbery without the fight, I'm telling you. What Floyd has tried to do here, at least from what I can interpret, is I'm going to sign these agreements, never intend on fighting, or try to strong-arm Netflix and Manny Pacquiao Promotions to do this as an exhibition after I've already signed the contracts that say otherwise, just because I'm Floyd and I'm going to be difficult.
Is this just a brilliant psychological game, or the chaotic unraveling of the biggest sporting event of the decade? The boxing world is currently split between two very distinct theories. Either Floyd is playing the ultimate villain perfectly, stirring up maximum controversy just to boost viewership and ticket sales, or he is genuinely trying to backdoor his way out of a dangerous and legally binding situation. Either way, the clock is ticking down to September. Manny is ready for revenge, the contracts are signed, and the fans are demanding blood. Whether this spectacle actually materializes into the professional brawl we were promised, or falls apart completely in a messy courtroom battle, remains the biggest mystery in sports today. But what do you think? Will we see this rematch happen, or should we expect more drama before everyone's hopes come crashing down? Let me know in the comments. That's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.